All right, let's do a deep dive into the world of these tiny, dark seeds. We're going to unravel the secret identities of three that look so similar they're often mistaken for each other: Niger, Cumin, and Kalonji. Now, they might look like twins, but as you're about to see, their stories, their tastes, and their uses could not be more different.
You know how you see a sprinkle of dark seeds on a dish and just kind of assume you know what they are? Yeah, we've all been there. But confusing these three, that's like mistaking salt for sugar. The results can be, well, surprisingly different. We're here to make sure that doesn't happen to you.
So, here's the game plan. We'll start by getting to know our three contenders. Then we'll get into their unique tastes and what's hiding inside them nutritionally. We'll look at their roles in traditional medicine, put one seed under a special spotlight, and then wrap it all up by helping you figure out which seed is the right one for your kitchen.
Okay, first things first. Let's meet our three main characters. Each one has its own unique heritage, a fancy botanical name, and a whole list of aliases that kind of tells the story of its journey around the world. And wow, right off the bat you can see just how different these guys are. You've got Niger Seed, or Ramtil, from Ethiopia and India. Then there's Cumin, which you might know as Jira, with roots in the Mediterranean. And finally Kalonji, or Nigella, from South and Southwest Asia. So they're not just from different places, they're entirely different plants. And that's key, they are not related at all.
Okay, so that's the backstory. But what about in the kitchen? How do they actually perform? Well, the biggest giveaway is what they look, smell, and taste like. This is where their individual personalities really begin to shine through.
The differences here are just dramatic. Niger seeds have this really gentle, nutty flavor. They're perfect for making oils and chutneys. Cumin, on the other hand, isn't even black. It's more of a brownish yellow, it's long and skinny, and it has that unmistakable warm, earthy flavor that is just essential in so many cuisines. And then you have Kalonji. It's mad black, kind of angular, and it packs a pungent, slightly bitter punch that you might recognize from things like pickles and certain breads.
All right, so they look and taste different, but what's inside them? Let's peel back the layers and decode their nutritional profiles. This is where we find the source of their real power.
This is pretty fascinating. You can immediately see that Niger Seed is an absolute energy giant, 515 calories. And that's mostly coming from its incredibly high fat content, a whopping 43 grams. That explains why it's so great for oil. Cumin and Kalonji are a bit more modest in calories, but they bring more fiber to the table. And what's interesting is that all three of them offer a really solid amount of protein.
But wait, there's one number for cumin that just jumps off the page. 66 milligrams. That's how much iron is packed into just 100 grams of cumin seeds. I mean, that is a massive amount, making it an absolute powerhouse for a mineral that's so crucial for your energy and for moving oxygen through your blood.
So if cumin is our iron champion, then Niger Seed's secret weapon has got to be vitamin E. It is absolutely loaded with it. This is a powerful antioxidant that's directly linked to protecting your cells from damage, and it's famous for promoting healthy, vibrant skin.
And then we get to Kalonji. Its claim to fame is this incredible, unique compound called thymoquinone. I mean, this is the bioactive ingredient that gets researchers really excited. It's what's responsible for the seed's really potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, and it truly sets it apart in the world of medicinal plants.
With all that great stuff inside them, it's really no surprise that these seeds have been staples in traditional wellness for centuries, right? So let's take a look at how each one carved out its own special place in nature's medicine cabinet.
And this really breaks it down perfectly. Each seed has its own lane, its own specialty. Niger seeds, with those healthy fats and all that vitamin E, are traditionally used for heart and skin health. Cumin is the absolute go-to for digestion and gut issues. And Kalonji, powered by that special thymoquinone, is known for supporting immunity and fighting inflammation.
Now we're going to take a bit of a turn here, because while all three of these seeds are amazing, the source material takes us on a really deep dive into one in particular, the Niger seed. And trust me, it's a fascinating story.
Because here's the twist. As beneficial as the seed is, its most profound traditional applications actually come from its oil. This is where we uncover a huge range of historical uses that are, well, pretty astonishing.
According to traditional practices, the oil has been recommended for a surprisingly extensive list of neurological conditions. I mean, we're talking about conditions ranging from Parkinson's and Alzheimer's to general nerve problems and even migraines. The sheer scope of these traditional claims is truly remarkable.
And this isn't just a random idea.
The traditional thinking actually ties this back to specific components in the oil. This quote points to linoleic acid and niacin as being key for, and I quote, nerve and brain cell regeneration and cleaning. So it provides the reasoning behind its use for those conditions.
And believe it or not, the list doesn't stop there. Traditional recommendations also extend to a whole host of really complex skin and autoimmune disorders. You see conditions like psoriasis, lupus, and even myasthenia gravis mentioned, which just showcases how versatile this oil is considered to be in these traditional systems.
The traditional protocol is also super specific. It involves taking a couple of spoons of the oil, but there's one crucial detail here: the source. It emphasizes using oil extracted only from a bull-driven wooden press, or gani. This is a traditional cold press method, and it's believed to preserve all the oil's beneficial properties by avoiding heat and chemicals.
Okay, wow. After that incredible deep dive, let's pull back for a second and bring it all home. We've basically unmasked these seeds, so now we can put together a really simple guide to help you pick the right one for your needs.
All right, here it is, plain and simple. Think of it as your cheat sheet. If you're looking to support digestion, reach for cumin. If your focus is on boosting immunity or tackling inflammation, Kalonji is your seed. And for that broader support covering heart, skin, and as we just saw, traditional nerve support, Niger Seed is the one to explore.
So there you have it. 3 seeds, 3 completely unique identities. They're not just anonymous little black dots anymore, are they? So the real question is, now that you know who they are, which one of these ancient powerhouses are you going to explore first?